Hello, everybody. My name's Ardendris, and welcome back to Naruto ShinobiCraft. As is apparently just how the series goes and how this mod works, every single time I restart the game, we get a new bunch of bosses that instantly disappear whenever I go to talk about them. Cause yeah, that just keeps happening. There was a Deidara and a Sasori in the village, so I ran to the other side and they disappeared. I was actually gonna try and refight Sasori though. It just keeps happening like that. Anyways, last time we spent quite a while in this village, just waiting for like Itachi or one of the other traders to spawn, and they just won't. I don't know. I'm pretty much I'm approaching the point where I might just spawn them in, just because I've literally spent another few hours waiting for them to spawn, working on like terraforming and whatnot, trying to get rid of all the sand. And the Shinobi traders just aren't spawning for some reason. I really do just want to kind of see them, so I don't know. I'll wait until next episode to do that, but we might just spawn them in at this point. Anyways, we did some terraforming, set up the village a little bit more, went for a little bit of exploration, and tried out the rosin shuriken, which we finally learned. I knew there was something big I was sort of just neglecting as I was going. Did we just crash? Game, are you okay? What just happened? Anyways, I knew there was something big I was forgetting, but yeah, we took the rosin shuriken and beat up a bunch of bad guys. We even beat a fake Itachi, like in one shot, which is kind of cool. Although it was only due to a cheap shot where we got it off before he realized we were there. But a pretty good skill. Rasen Shuriken is probably the strongest one you can get without like maxing out dojutsu eyes. But I just saw an ant nest. Where did it go? No idea. Anyways, as I said a moment ago, I've been on here for like the past 3 hours, almost 4 hours. Just working in the village, terraforming a bit more, moving over a couple more things, smelting a bunch of stuff up, adding a couple more things. Basically, I just had to add a few more bricks, and yeah. At this point, it's just adding bricks to the smelter rate, and that's the only way we can upgrade it at this point. In fact, I can make 2 more bricks, which isn't enough to finish off this row. Never mind, that's not important. Although I think I left some in here, didn't I? No, I didn't. But yeah, I basically built all the Tinker's tables things. I have a few stencils already made too. And we're going to be going ahead and making a... we're going to make a excavator, hammer, and rapier real quick while we're right here before doing anything else. Obviously, of course, as is just tradition at this point, hit resume recording as it's turning nighttime, because of course my timing is awful. But come on. Really gonna make me wait 7 seconds? We want to make a rapier because as far as the Tinker's weapons go, it's my favorite one. It gives you a little like a backstep thing. And also it has pretty good armor negation going on. So I have a feeling I might even be able to bypass like the bone guy, Kimimaro. Kimimaro? I think that's right. I know it starts with a K. But it might be able to ignore his like armor and resistance and whatnot. I know they can ignore armor. I don't know if they ignore resistance. So it's a big maybe, and I'm kind of curious to see. Wait, I thought the pattern chest could hold cast and patterns, but it only holds, but it doesn't hold the cast. I want to say it literally specifically says it holds cast too, though, doesn't it? Oh, it holds one or the other. If you have it full of cast, you can't have patterns and vice versa. Okay, good to know. Anyways, if we're going to go ahead and make a rapier, I have the book to see. Where is it? There it is. The materials in U book. Being on walls outside. Oh, hopefully that wasn't picked up. Yeah, I was looking at this before, and we can see in here the steel one. Steel, this is the Ancient Warfare steel, and I think this is what we're going to make the rapier out of. It's got 6 attack, 7 mining speed, and it's about equivalent. It can mine obsidian, meaning it's on par with diamond. That 6 attack is what we're looking for as far as a weapon goes. Manulin outclasses it, but we're nowhere near we're nowhere able to get Manulin. We need to go to the Nether to get Ardite and Cobalt first, which are both harder to mine than Diamond, which are both harder to get than Obsidian. We need an Obsidian hammer to do that. I completely forgot to look at it. Magma Slime is technically stronger than the steel, but I don't remember how to make it. Magma Slime. Is it I'm gonna assume it's magma cubes and then something else. Where is it? There it is. Melt of slimy magma mud, which is a whole bunch of that stuff. That's currently out of the question. So, currently steel is just the best thing we can currently acquire. Night slime, I have no idea about that, but it's weaker anyways. Firewood sponge, attack, we're looking at the attack thing. Prismarine, and it's jagged. Every point to durability lost increases damage. Okay. We actually cleared out a structure full of, not evokers, guardians. So we actually have some prismarine. I wonder if it's enough. Nightly, that's night metal. We need to go to the twilight for that, which we could do. Fiery, again, twilight. Okay, so if we have enough prismarine, that's technically better than steel, but I have a feeling it also has considerably less durability. And I think mining speed actually affects weapons as well. Like, I think that's attack speed as well. So, 430, 5.5... 547. Okay, also sharp. Oh, it does a bleeding effect. Okay, we're doing steel anyways. Slightly weaker attack, but it's got damage over time, and it's just better in durability and mining speed anyways. So, thankfully I started looking through things, and in all of the random bags and whatnot, we did actually pick up some steel. Just a question of where did I put it? Did I put it in the regular backpack? Yes, I did. We have 29, which is more than enough for our purposes here. We just need to go ahead and actually get them going. Oh yeah, right, I'm supposed to put this stencil table here, in the pattern chest goes here, so I can actually access it from the part builder. I also need the cobble, there it is. So we need a sword blade. So there's that. We need a binding, but that might be... We're probably going to use paper or string for that, because those give you extra modifiers in the tool station and whatnot. And I'm forgetting part of it, aren't I? Rapier needs the tool rod and the minor crossguard, which means we need a couple more stencils. That and that. Doop. Like so. Gets us this thing. And we want this crossguard right here. And the basic tool rod. I had the tough one, but not the basic version. So, tool rod. And we're not going to make a stone crossguard. That's getting made out of paper. So, now these things both go here, and we're going to make a gold cast for both of them. And then time to actually start smelting up a bit of steel. Let's go with 10. Anything I don't use can just get taken out anyways. And this thing is entirely full of iron because of all the junk I tossed in, so there's that. And once the steel is done, we'll be able to get steel blade and a steel tool rod. Although we're going to be making a hammer out of obsidian so that we can actually go get cobalt and manulin and whatnot, so... How much do I need for a hammerhead? I don't remember. Hammerhead, it's not actually on there. Hammer. So, manulin, 8 ingots. That's what I thought, but I wasn't quite sure. Oh, it's just 4 blocks of obsidian. So, like that. And get a little bit more iron out of here, just to make sure we have the space. Anyways, let that go through. Obsidian's gonna take a bit, wait for the iron. Okay, all the iron's poured out into these. Couldn't get the steel going until that was done anyways. But from here, make a steel blade and a steel tool rod. More than enough steel, more steel than what we actually needed, but that's fine. Actually, that's probably good anyways. Probably gonna make the tool rod for the hammer out of steel. Anyways, these things... I did make the right blade, right? I think there's only one sword blade, so yes, like so, and like so. Gets us that. Okay, they do stay there, I couldn't remember. And then we're going to make a paper crossguard, just to give us the extra, thing. I'm forgetting what it's called. These things. They upgrade the sword. They make it better. Thing. Modifiers, that's the word. Why is that solo attack? Does... Am I forgetting how this worked? Does the crossguard affect... I might be forgetting which part you're supposed to put. I wanted to say it was supposed to be like the guard or the bind or whatever that you made out of paper, and the tool rod and the blade are made out of stronger materials. I might be misremembering here. What if I was to make the tool rod out of paper instead? Oh, that just completely takes away. Blocking reduces the damage taken even more. That is not actually useful. Oh wait, I think rapiers might actually just do less damage as a baseline. That might be what I'm thinking. But that's probably the best we're gonna do here. Steel rapier. And from here, we have options as far as upgrading it goes. Diamond, emeralds. This one's a flat 500 durability and upgrades its mining level. And emerald just makes it 50% more durable, I think. Yeah, that's a flat 500. That's 50%. Increases durability depending on base stats. Increases durability and gives it an extra 0.5 damage. It's just getting a diamond tip. And we're probably going to give it lapis for looting, and once we have enough quartz. Although I don't actually remember all of the modifiers. Where is the... How do we make the other books from this mod? Is this the first time we do Tinkers on the channel? I think it might be. I don't remember. Seriously, where are the other books? They're Summer's lost in the maze of all this nonsense. And I've probably skipped right past them because I didn't immediately see them. Let me track down the modifiers in U-Book. I know it's somewhere's on this list. Apparently I was thinking of 1710. Apparently in 112.2 they just combined all the books into one, which is pretty nice. But here's the list of all of them. As I was talking about, haste with redstone might be good, but the rapier's already pretty fast. Luck is probably a given, though we don't have much lapis. Sharpness with quartz, diamond increases it. Emerald increases it, like I said. Fortified would be nice, but we need a sharpening kit, and I don't know how to make it, and probably not that important. Silk Touch, Reinforced. Some of these are new, and I don't recognize them. Or at least I've never used them before. Beheading is funny, but not that important. Smite would be good for some mobs, but not everything. Same with Bane. Fiery could be good. Necrotic could be good. Knockbacks, eh. Only affects blocks, does not work for weapons. Height plus plus. Okay, some of these are definitely new. The Mending Moss would be nice, but we actually need to go get some stuff. Basically just mending, but we need the mossy cobble to make that. Glowing, blasting. Not making blasting. I was thinking, oh, that will make mining easier, but no, apparently it can destroy things. Webbed. Fins, embossment, adds traits of another part. Does that basically just change out a part? Yeah. So, yeah, we're probably just using diamond, quartz, and lapis, and then we can make more decisions from there. Basically, it's the loadout I was thinking about using anyways. Just wanted to double check that. So, 9. That'll be 54. Add in 6 more. Will get us to luck 1. Although that is a vast majority of all of our... Do we want to use up this... Oh wait, no, luck doesn't actually require multiple modifiers, does it? Other things do, but not luck. Okay, but we don't have enough of that. We don't have any quartz, really. So that's probably just going to do for now. Looting one, and it's going to ignore armor, but it doesn't do quite as much as Kubiberi Bocho. You know what? That's fine. We can hold off on upgrading this thing too far. Slow down until we actually have like Manulin, and then we'll make a really, really good thing. Every time I see a green dot, every single time I see a green dot on the map, I have to make sure it's just a tinker and not one of the other ones. Speaking of which, might take a quick look at some, I keep forgetting what this mod is called. Techtopia stuff before ending off too. But we are going to go test out this sword in a moment. Now let's make a hammer, which is going to be a tough tool rod. Which is basically we're going to do the same thing. Make a stone copy. That's going to get turned into a cast. We'll make that out of steel. Make a stone tool hammer head, which again, make a cast, so on and so forth. I'm just going to do the hammer and the, I'm just going to do the hammer and the rapier for now. I'll deal with everything else later on. But there's that. You can go in there, and you can go in there. What else do I need for a hammer? I know I'm missing something. Oh, yes, it's those things. Need another one of these. This will go here, and it's going to get cast. Are you almost done? 70%. This is done way sooner. Are we just making everything else out of steel? I know for a fact we're making the tool rod out of steel. It's a question of... I'll probably just make those plates out of steel, too. Just make everything steel but the hammer head. That's probably the easiest way to do it. And I don't think the hammer matters too much. We're basically just making this hammer so that we can eventually make the... so that we can go get Manulin and whatnot. So, once this is done... Actually, just make it out of iron. As I said, it doesn't really matter much. So we'll make this piece, we'll make 2 of these out of iron. That will just be a baseline hammer. Then we'll take it to the Nether at some point and go gather cobalt and whatnot. But, let me make 2 of these. It's just going to take a moment. Okay, that's all done. These go like that. That goes in there. That goes there. Obsidian iron hammer. It's cobalt level. That's what we care about. Everything else is kind of second priority. Your tools last longer, most of the time. Okay. That's somewhat worrying the most of the time there, but as I said, this is not the important hammer anyways. So we'll take that to the Nether at some point. And actually, while I'm on the topic, I saw the yellow hair and I was like, that doesn't look like the normal villager. No, it was hair. I thought it was a shirt, and I was like, I don't remember a yellow-shirted one. I keep getting excited thinking one of the villagers is a shinobi trader, and it just never is. Anyways, let's return to Tempa Base real quick. There it is. And down here, I actually want to trade... I want to move over all of the AHZNB stuff. Probably today, too. Although Arrow Hand is so much harder to actually train. Like... A volcanic ball is getting there. It's like 0.2, maybe 0.3 on some of the attacks. That, it's pretty long cooldown, so I can't like spam click it. But somehow I have proceeded to get exactly 0 training points on Ascending Air, no matter how much fall damage I take. What if I just go all the way up here, take off all of my armor, and then just... super jump as far as I can. That has Cursed Binding. That can't be taken off. That's as high as I can go. Take off the boots. That was fall damage. There we go. That is actually fairly difficult to train. I think the best way to do it is going to be like to make a giant pillar up and then just keep dropping myself off of it. That's probably the best way I can see for it. Anyways, I came over here to get the food. Since we've spent so long in the village, I haven't actually been using these things. So, you kind of need them. because this is kind of my best source of food right now until I actually do proper farming and get more cows going. Because, speaking of which, I probably should do this real quick. Let me in. Let me in. There you go. Baby cow gets pushed through. Cool. Did I actually hit the baby cow? No, it looked like I got 2 numbers there, but the baby cow didn't actually get hit. Interesting. And we probably actually have enough leather to make some of the other gear now. Oh, I actually have an extra chest plate in the skulker box I've been carrying in here. But we can start looking at a couple of the different ninja outfits so we're not just stuck with this one that's kind of eh. But while I'm right here, start more of this going and collect the rest of this. And then what are we getting up to? Since I just brought it up, I guess we'll start with the ninja gear, and then we're gonna go take this rapier for a proper test, I think. Go find a good opponent to try hitting with it. If I can find that Kimimaro again, that's probably a pretty good place to start. I don't think the Tinker's weapons are, like, really affected by your actual strength or whatnot. Like, this is probably going to max out at 5. But if it can ignore resistance and whatnot, that will still make it better than everything else. But first things first, grab out the leather chest plates, grab out the leather in here for pants. I need black wool, white wool, lime wool, and green wool. So basically we have 4 colors to work with. Black will just end up with this armor again, so don't have to worry about that. But what else could we make? We could make gray wool, probably. Maybe? Oh, wait, no. Well, yes. No, we don't have... Never mind, we couldn't. Same with red. We need red wool dye. We need black dye. We don't have either. We can make the Kumogakure flak jacket. We can make the Konoha flak jacket. That's a big maybe. I mean, we can make the samurai leggings. The Uchiha body. That one could be cool, but again, out of the question for right now. Yellow's out of the question for right now. And we can make that one, I think. That's just 4 purple dye. That's 2 rose red. I feel like I've got to have at least 2 red dye over at the new base. So that's a maybe. I kind of want to do that. The samurai leggings, I think, is a misnomer. I want to say this is like a bodysuit. So yeah, that's an actual like bodysuit or whatever. I turn that off. You can just sort of see there. Actually, already an upgrade. It makes this look so much better. And that leaves just enough leather for us to make one of the other chest plates. Which one? Konoha? Kumogakure. I kind of want to go Konoha, because I know that's the main character's village. So... And what's lime wool for? I was looking at it. This is like the... Yeah, that's that jumpsuit, which also could have been cool, but eh. Let's go Konoha. Was it that? Was it that? Was it that? There it is. So that will replace that, and... Yeah, I prefer that look. That's just already better than what we were rocking before. Although, the Kitagakure looked okay when it finally had something else to go with it. And inventory management is never my forte, but that will have to do. Anyways, with that all said and done, let's go find a good opponent to test out our new sword against, shall we? Oh, hey look, Deidara. We already beat you, so it's not like we haven't seen what you can do already. Although, definitely still going to need lightning mode to actually fight him properly. Don't feel like getting hit by giant C1s without any sort of defense. Oh, hold on. That is getting buffed to 12 damage. I wasn't expecting that to actually work properly. Oh yeah, here's where we use the Rasen Shuriken to completely delete a Zabuza from existence. What did I just run into? Oh, it's the thing. the puppet clone, or doll. Puppet. It's a puppet. Oh yeah, rapid fire, pretty much. You are much less scary now that we've actually fought Sasori, who is like an actual puppet master. And armor negation is definitely kicking in right there. Okay. Lightning mode. Yeah, lightning mode mixed with the rapier is very effective. Like, we can pretty much spam click this thing, and anything we hit we're just ignoring all of their armor. It works pretty well. What did I just get hit by? Wait, why am I taking damage? Why can I not exit my inventory? Weird. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I got these XP scrolls from the ninja there, from the puppet master. I'd actually gotten a couple more from killing a rogue Ambu that had attacked me while I was working in the village. So now we just have a whole bunch of free ninja experience that didn't actually work. Are you only allowed to use one of those scrolls? Or do I need to beat something else up for it to register that I got that extra chunk there? Ow, can we stop with the little lag spikes, please? Thank you. Ugh, what is going on, game? You okay? 1 second, let me try and figure this one out. Okay, hopefully things are a bit better now. Had to stop to deal with a graphics driver update. That's usually causes some problems, but it's fixed now. Anyways, that's a Kabuto. That's important. Can we beat Kabuto yet? They have a lot of health, but this person right here has a very important drop. Like, maybe more important than beating an Otsutsuki for their Byakugan. We're gonna try it. How much health do you have? 250? Oh, you just summoned the entirety of the Akatsuki, huh? That's a problem. Or a Edo... Ow, I've been hit by the internet. Ugh. This is not exactly what I was hoping to deal with here, but... Where's my better food? Monster jerky is slightly better. Hidden Mist Jutsu? Did we run into a Zabuza? Are you kidding me? Let me out of the ice so I can use... Let me out of Genjutsu so I can use Revolving Heaven, please. Let me out. Let me out. Is that a snake? That's a snake. A Zabuza? No, not exactly a fight I wanted you involved in. Yuchi, Obito's here too. Hello, Zabuza. You are not the important person we're fighting here. Come on, break out of the ice mirrors thanks to Revolving Heaven. Thank you, Revolving Heaven. Zabuza's got clones now. Where's, oh, am I in water prison? I'm in water prison. This is a strange turn of events, but like the Itachi is still attacking us. Where's Kabuto go? Giant dog. This has turned into a strange endeavor. The Edo Senshi Itachi is over here. Did Kabuto disappear? It's looking like, oh, even this Itachi is just completely immune to us. Zabuza! Do you not realize that I wasn't here to fight you? Let me out of water prison so I can actually deal with this. What did they just do to me? Oh, that was a clone. You've got to be the real one, right? Gotcha. Fine. Thanks for the extra Kubibiri Bocho. I was really enjoying. The Kabuto fight looks really cool. And then Zabuza got involved. I see the Obito on the map. I saw that Obito on the map. Don't do it. Every other fight. Any other fight, maybe. I say that knowing very well that I've thrown myself at opponents that I had no chance of beating ever. Obito is completely out of my league. Like, I couldn't beat the Otsutsuki, and it wasn't even close. I 100% know that any attempt at Obito is going to end up worse than Otsutsuki. But I still want to try it. Like, hubris is my downfall. But Kabuto was a really important person to actually fight. But thanks to Zabuza, we didn't actually get to finish the fight. Because I escaped instead. I don't need Rogue Puppet Master or Rogue Ninja stuff. Grab loot bags, they're more important. But I guess I gotta wait to respawn. This Itachi is just like hanging around out here, huh? Oh, I lost my boots. And, not an Iwa Rogue. I'm not prepared for you. I just got rid of I just deactivated my Jutsu stuff. Oh. I am definitely bypassing some amount of armor. Like, the rapier is doing its job. Do I have more built-in armor? Or have I just never been physical hit by an Iwa Rogue? Okay, yeah. Kubibiri Bocho is going to do more damage to you, but that's because you don't have much in the way of armor to protect you against it. I just destroyed my own clone there. Destroying your own clone actually can get you loot bags. Interesting. Good to know. Anyways, you can just sit in here. I need to find a safe spot to regen for a little bit. Extra Kubibiri Bocho. Actually, I didn't even realize how bad our health was looking after that Iwa Rogue. I thought that was a different bar entirely than it was. So, is it time to return home? I desperately need boots back. Oh, I was going to set up an enchanter and then got distracted. Plus, we lost all of our levels last time due to last stand on the pants. So, yeah. I'm just gonna go find a safe spot, and in fact, might just return home at this point. Need to grab a new chest plate and need to grab new boots. Hopefully with at least double jumping one. Hopefully I have an extra pair of that somewheres. But, yeah. Let's just return home for now. We can go find a cool opponent in moments. But the rapier, already proven pretty useful. Let me just dump some random junk real quick and see if I can't find anything good hiding as far as, like, extra armor is going. Okay. Armor-wise, I have one pair of double jump golden boots at this house. I forgot all the armor would have been moved over. And also, I tossed a bunch of armor into the smeltery, so we actually probably don't have any backup armor. But I did realize that this is now at 50 experience, so we might be able to learn this. We can. So, Aeroblast, Volcanic Bald, Digivolve to Airblade. I don't know why. Whenever I evolve something in a game, I just have to say Digivolve. It just feels right. Anyways, when that reaches 50, we can upgrade it into Air Wall and Bomber Lance. What do we need for airflow? Ascending air needs to be 50. That's that's a lot. That's kind of difficult to actually get a hold of, considering we've trained it 1%, just shy of 2. But we do at least finally have a new arrow hand skill to test out. It's been a couple episodes. T. Airblade. Okay. It looks kind of cool, but it's, I just spent so long regenning. I'm gonna die if I do it. I so badly want to do it anyways. I know it's a bad idea. How much health do you have? I don't think I can get close enough to check without drawing aggro. Lightning release might keep me alive for a moment. 112. Oh. Oh, that was the wrong button. Oh. Oh, we actually get to see it at least. We've already lost entire health bars, though. Hold on. We are actually alive still. Oh, we're no longer alive. Last stand. And we're no longer a ninja because we lost our experience. I knew it was a bad idea, but I still had to see it, right? Like, that skill insta-killed us before. We didn't even get to see how he died. This time, at least. Ow. Did that actually get a training point on you? It did. Cool. I know how we're doing this. We, of course, unless I go get experience back, not actually going to be able to do this very quickly. And no, okay, I have to drop the entire length. So, yeah, I knew fighting Hedon was going to be a bad idea, but I still wanted to see it happen. How exactly do you survive that? We had resistance 4, and it was still like 30 seconds max we could survive. Not exactly the easiest thing to deal with now, is it? Anyways, I'm just going to go mine some like coal or whatever, trying to pick up some levels. Actually, maybe I should go to the Nether for this. Quartz is just better anyways, and we needed to upgrade our sword. But we did actually manage to put a chunk of damage on Hedon using a rapier. He has some pretty decent armor, but we can ignore most of it, or at least part of it. So, assuming we get a whole bunch of health and maybe find a way to boost our rapier damage a whole bunch, we might be able to handle him. But it's going to be a race against the clock. Also, while we're here, grab out the hammer, and we're going to grab some ardite and cobalt and all that good stuff. There's one piece of ardite. Oh wait, this has iron on it, which means it has magnetic. Cool. Hello, wispy friend. Rude. Kubi Bitty Bocho for the extra range, silly me. Oh, I guess that's the first time I pick up one of the Thaumcraft crystals, because we didn't have that before. Cool. Anyways. Hello, puppy friend. You wanted to pick a fight, so we have to do this. I'm sorry. Oh, you summoned backup. That's cool. We didn't see that the last time. What is attacking us? Oh, it's another wisp? Really? Anyways, we're just here to gather some quartz and get some levels. Why is that going to... That's apparently going to be very difficult, though. I'll see you... That was the wrong button. Ah, now I have to deal with nausea and whatnot. I'll see you in a little bit. It's a good thing I have an extra Kubi Kitty Bojo on me. One of these stole it. There it is. Yeah, so I've just been mining for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that. We now have a pretty decent chunk of stuff. And one of the mobs here had gravity as its infernal mobs thing, and it kept dragging me down while I was trying to get this quartz. I just noticed how much health I lost in that little exchange. I was finally back up to 3 bars after 10 minutes of healing, and already I'm back down to 1. Whatever. Anyways, Oh. Okay then. That's a first. I guess I killed my own clone. Or something killed my clone and it actually dropped the name tag. Because I now have a name tag for myself. Cool. Anyways, I'm just gonna leave this place. I've been here for long enough, I think. We're level 23. And I have more than enough cobalt and ardite at this point to go ahead and make a manualing gear. Or let me out. Thank you. So I got 23 cobalt, 22 ardite, and basically it's you smelt an ore to get 2, and 1-to-1 gets you a piece of gets you manulin. So technically speaking, we have 44 manulin, which is more than enough to at least get a hammer and the rapier. Probably at least one other tool besides. Levels wise, we did okay, and yeah. Also, I did a tiny bit of training with Airblade. Did I actually use Airblade on camera? I think I forgot to. But yeah, we saw like a little thing, like a little wavy thing there. It's actually pretty strong even. I have double jump 1 on these boots, right? Yeah, it just won't let me double jump for some reason. Oh, I got a little one right there. I guess double jump 1 just kind of sucks. That's the problem. Anyways, can I find something to throw one of these at that's not going to instantly turn around and kill me, like Hedon or Kabuto and his army of stuff that just decided to appear? I guess it is daytime, so there's not really much about. Sorry, chickens, you're the first things I see. So, assuming I can actually find one, it's going to one-shot this chicken, no problem. Yeah. When it hits one of these zombie piglins, Let's go with that name. That's the new name. That's technically not the name in this version. It was actually doing 12 damage, which is pretty decent. Or, can probably showcase it a little bit better on an actual opponent in one of these structures. So I think I might have cleared one of these. Witchbane Sentries. Yep, just throw a little wind blade. It does 12 damage. It does a little bit of oh, hello there. And, fancy seeing you here. Sure. 1 rep with wizards. I guess they are called the Witchbane. Makes sense that the wizards wouldn't like them. I mean, while we're here, might as well do a bit of butchering. Go away. I'm doing okay for right now. I think that just hit through a shield too, which is pretty decent. Did my gear break? My gear broke, not yours. Good to know. Got you. Anyways, my backpacks are completely full of junk at this point, which makes it kind of hard to actually loot something. But interesting, rapiers don't actually break through the shields. Like the whole point of a rapier. I can't tell. Am I taking damage from the spearman, or is the dude with the book actually attacking me? No, I think it was just the spearman. All of you can sit in there. And I think, technically speaking, you're healing yourself right now, but you might start healing me in a moment once you're done. Are you going to? Or no? No, you're just sort of staring at me. Whatever. Anyways, yeah, Airblade, pretty cool. And like most of the Academy Craft abilities, it will get stronger as it's trained, which is good to know. I'll clear the rest of this place later on. I just do not have inventory space right now. So let's head back to the village, actually. I think we're good for the moment. There's a heart in that house. Those things just randomly appear sometimes, apparently when villagers are happy enough. I've literally done nothing to make villagers happy, but I'll take it. I now have 3 of them. Can I place these on an empty bed to get an extra villager? Okay, cool. Yes. That's what I thought maybe, but I wasn't sure. Oh, there's another heart in here. Should grab it, just in case. Although, I'm just gonna stock these for a little bit. Don't use them until we actually need villagers. Because right now, I'm not entirely sure how the villagers are doing food-wise. I think they're probably just barely surviving. But, I need to dump inventory stuff, and then I'm going to get the Manulin going. Cobalt and Ardite. You and you can go in there. Although I don't really have room for both. Yeah, get some extra iron out of there before it gets filled up. And I'm going to start dealing with inventory and hopefully actually get some health back. So, it's good thing we have a bunch of golden apples. I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so most of the inventory stuff is dealt with. I'm decently well healed at this point. Still only at half health, basically, but we're doing better. And all of the Ardite and, Cobalt has melted through. We have a little bit of extra Cobalt, like, I should have grabbed 1 extra Ardite, but didn't. But Molten Manulin is what we're going to be building everything out of here. I'm just going to do the same thing with the sword, I think. Make both the blade and the handle out of it, I think. I want to say it's like, it's the best material by far in the entire mod. I know that for sure. It's just, how much better is it? 8.72, so almost 50% boost there. 820 durability. Okay, interesting. So Ardite has better durability, so it might have actually been worth it to do an Ardite, it might have been worth it to do an Ardite thing. What's the word? Handle, but meanwhile do everything else in Manulin. Your tool of stone, it literally wants to absorb it for durability. Oh, that's kind of cool. What about cold-blooded? Deal increased damage to targets at full health. Okay, so make the initial hit do more damage, and just give up more of your weapon's durability over time, but do more and more damage. Okay, Manuelin has some cool effects going on. What if I were to make a piece out of cobalt, though? It would lose a lot of attack. Mining blocks increases your speed as long as you keep going. Speed of your tool when mining and attacking. Okay. Lightweight. So would that be worth it? A lightweight increases speed a whole bunch. It's already pretty fast, though, so that's not too big of a deal. Mining speed 12. Hmm. So basically, you have the mining one, you have the... Wait, they're both mining ones. I was going to say... I was going to say you have a combat one and a mining one, but no, they're both actually for mining, just different types of mining, and then they turn into the ultimate weapon for combat. But, yeah, I'm pretty cool with that. Actually, what is this one good at? It's so slow, it's just the durability. Mining speed 3.5, attack 3.6, but it's lasts a really long time and will never break, basically. That's pretty much the gist of Ardite. So, sure. I guess we're doing just Manuelin like that. It might have been worth it to do a Cobalt uh, handle, but I think I'm going to do this instead. And then we're going to do, once again, paper, I think, just because. Just for the extra piece. So there's that, like so, gets us paper crossbow guard. You can just sort of sit in there for a moment. And from there, rapier, and that. Now it's all nice and now it's all nice and purple. Instantly a 1 damage boost, which isn't much, but this doesn't have any upgrades on it yet. Just a single diamond will add a little bit, and then we have plenty of quartz at this point. So that and that instantly gets a bunch of durability and extra attack. And from there, we still have 3. 64, 72. There's... Yep. There's sharpness 1, which I want to say is actually equal to sharpness 1, maybe? 7.5 will get boosted to... Oh yeah, I forgot. Each single piece of quartz actually gives us gives some of it. Does this take another modifier? It does. Is this the version that has ways to get extra modifiers, though, is another question entirely. And that is one I do not know the answer to. I don't think so, actually. I think what we have is what we have. Or at least it's not listed in here. I don't know. There's some differences between... There's quite a handful of differences between 1.7.10 and 1.12 versions that I just don't know all of them. So, yeah, I think we're going to go sharper at least, and then... Is that enough? Yes, that'll finish us up with sharper. Any more and I end up using up my last modifier, which I think I want to use for basically maxing out, like looting or whatever. So there's that. And like so, we're not quite the luck 2 yet, but it's probably worth it just to go all the way. Except even with every piece of lapis, we're not going to have enough. So fine, luck 1 it is. Instantly, just a much better rapier. And I'm basically about to repeat the same process with the hammer. Make a hammer head. Wait, do I... Manuelin looks like it's the combat one. So maybe I should have kept some cobalt and ardite instead than that instead. Like, cobalt's mining speed is like really, really good. So that's... and your tool of stone, it literally wants to absorb it. I think you kind of want to do an ardite handle and a... Or... Okay, an ardite extra piece, like the... I don't know, one of the things out of Ardite and the rest of it as Cobalt is probably the best way to do it even. I'm gonna need more of it if we want to properly upgrade the hammer, because I don't think making it out of Manulin is actually worth it. And what else do I use all this Manulin for? I've definitely made a mistake. Manulin can make ingots, but sadly there's no Tinker's armor. Or at least, I think that might be in... I want to say that might be an add-on, but it's not one we have here. So for now, we're just going to stick with this hammer. We can upgrade the other one once I go get more of the Nether resources. But the new rapier is looking pretty cool. It's almost double the damage, and it's and it looks prettier. Is there anything cool to fight and like try it out on real quick? Oh, really? Is the guard actually winning the fight, or did the guard lose? Looks like the guard won. Is that only a 5? That's not the... That's less damage than it's supposed to do. It's very quick, but... Okay, now it's doing a 12. Oh yeah, the first hit also does extra damage. That's right. So yeah, basically this is get in fast, get a single hit on target, and then maybe even just switch over to Kirby Bitty Bocho from there, because any subsequent hits are going to do less. Ah, rude. Anyways, I don't actually need to fight any of you. I just wanted to test out this real quick. Still a pretty decent weapon, even just on subsequent hits that aren't doing the extra damage. Hold on, my clones, they copy my stuff, which means they probably get to use the rapier too. I'm curious if it works exactly the same, if their copied version is going to play by different roles. I'm fairly certain they just copy exactly what I'm holding, so it's probably just like a player using a Tinker's Construct weapon if I had to guess. I don't know. Sometimes mods don't interact exactly like they should. But anyways, that's probably a pretty good place to end things off. Let's go just pop into bed real quick. That is not the right house. Also, there's a creeper on that roof. Grab the Kubi Belly Bocho. That's gonna be the safer... Dude, that was a bad idea to run around that corner at that moment. That could have ended poorly. Anyways, sleep through the night. And for now, I did get the guidebook for Thaumcraft. I don't remember if I mentioned that. I want to thank you very much for watching. We're probably going to be spawning in the traders next time if I don't see them actually spawn legitimately. Because I've been here for several hours and they're just not showing up. So, go this way for a moment. I know I could beat you, but I don't want to fight you in the middle of the village. But also, you're one of the rogue puppet ninjas, which I apparently just don't despawn, so I'm gonna need to chase you out of the village. Anyways, I started the outro and then got distracted. I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. So, without further ado, take care, everybody. I want to thank you all one more time for watching, and we need to make a special thank you to the channel members, Yamato Tanagura and Goddess of the Star-Filled Void. Thank you both so much for the extra support. I'm really, really grateful for it. But without further ado, for real now, take care, everybody.